Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years, and this is Super Read Saturday. So this is going to be a little bit longer than my typical videos, I think. And we are going to be talking about Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, State Farm Insurance, and the NFL. How did these four go together? Stick around. I'll let you know. All right, you tarot maniacs. So this is either going to be a conspiracy video or a video that confirms a conspiracy. So one of my viewers alerted me to this rumor that the NFL and State Farm Insurance put Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift together as a branding boost. I don't even know. I have no idea, but we're going to take a look at this. So hit the like button and let me know what you think in the comments. So let's bring up that card view and we're going to get busy on this. I'm a little bit late. I got stuck under some kittens today. You can see Gandalf, our one little kitten, is in a short today. Everyone is out of the nest and walking around my lanai like maniacs. So we have Gandalf, Bergamot, and Tortoise with their mom, Cutie Patootie. And everybody's doing great and they're very happy. And my Pusheen is very, very interested, staring at them out the window. So we're keeping them separate. We're making some concessions. So let's talk about the state of the relationship first. What's the current energy between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? 7 of Cups in reverse, which is 8 of Cups. There's a little bit of smoke screen going on here, but it's not a great smoke screen. There is no breakup at this point, not breaking up. We're using the Housewives Tarot today just because I felt like it. What's under the surface here? Knight of Pentacles. I don't think the relationship is generating enough money that they wanted to see it generate. What is behind us? 3 of Swords, healing from the past. What is up top? Conscious thought. 5 of Pentacles. I think the bloom is off the rose a little bit. And then 5 of Wands. They're working to make some things more creative. Now, if you notice, we only had 1 cup there and it's upside down. So that's not a good sign. Are they genuinely romantically involved? And I'm going to be honest, I really want them to be. 5 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, a little bit of tediousness there. 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. These are tough cards, guys. I want to say that the bloom is off the rose again. I think the relationship is kind of winding down. I do think that they genuinely did like each other. Was there a contract to keep them together? 9 of Swords, a little bit of anxiety there. The World in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. So I do think that they were nudged together, but I think they genuinely liked each other. Now I think the relationship is kind of petering out. Is this relationship, is Tay-Tay going to have a hot girl summer? Is she going to be single and hot girl summer? Queen of Swords. I think we're seeing a breakup soon, guys. 10 of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Justice in reverse. I'm just gonna say, guys, I think we might see a single Tay-Tay. What about Travis? How's Travis feeling about this relationship? The Star, he's looking to the future. Emperor, worried about his autonomy. 6 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. I think he wants somebody a little bit more low-key. Just saying. I think he wants somebody a little bit more low key. He wants to be more of the powerhouse in the relationship. Not surprising. Not surprising. What's the relationship like behind closed doors right now? Let's boom, boom, shaka laka boom. Seven of Wands, Ace of Swords, Death in reverse, Eight of Pentacles. They're not ready to call it quits yet. But I do think that the two of them will make some appearances. I think we're going to see some appearances, some parties at the beginning of the summer. By the end of the summer, I think this kind of unravels. I don't think that they're going to spend a lot of time together all summer long. I'm just saying that. I think that they're going to be doing their own thing after a few customary appearances, like maybe through July 4th. Has the NFL benefited financially or publicly from Taylor and Travis's relationship? Has the NFL benefited? No. Eight of Wands. No, it was not. Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Devil. It was not the boom that they thought it was going to be. They thought they were going to be pulling in some more feminine energy, some divine feminine there. And I just don't think that it worked. Did they have any influence or role in encouraging this relationship? Ten of Swords. Three of Wands. Yeah. And we've got a 3 there, guys. So I think we're going to find out some things about State Farm too. Knight of Cups. I don't think he liked her initially. Six of Wands, Three of Swords. I think Tay-Tay's this. I think the storyline is she's going to break his heart. I think that's the agreement, is that Tay-Tay is going to be the one to say, yeah, this isn't the situation I want to be in. Is there a marketing strategy at play connecting the NFL to pop culture through Taylor Swift? I think this was to get more feminine energy. Not that a lot of women don't like football, but Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. They were attempting, this was what they were attempting to do, bring the NFL to the table with a bit more theater and pageantry. Now, I know the halftime shows are heavy duty pageantry and theater, but I think they were trying to bring more of that to the table. I don't know if people really want that. I don't know if they want their football to be too theatrical and dramatic. Like, let's put sequins on the uniforms. Like, oh God, no, like that's not going to happen. But I do think that they were trying to bring some more pageantry in and make it more of like a couples thing. So Travis and Tay-Tay were going to be like the couple that everyone would follow. So let's take a look at that State Farm. What role has State Farm played in this relationship? Four of Cups. State Farm thought this was a good idea. King of Cups, Ten of Wands, Four of Wands. Not the best idea. Leave it to the insurance company. You know, insurance companies, it really is like legalized gambling. Just saying, insurance is something that you pay a lot of money for and you hope you never have to use it because it's going to cost more after you use it. So it's if something really bad happens, and you got to sometimes cross your fingers and hope that the company will pay out. This I do think that this was an idea, but it's in concert with the NFL. It's like they kind of sat down. So State Farm is involved. It's to a lesser extent than the NFL. To a lesser extent. Did the cards show this relationship as being used to shift public perception about State Farm? Yeah. Trying to turn State Farm into the place where young couples go. That I think was really they can't have Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce like doing commercials for them. So that was kind of the plan for later. They were going to implement that later. They didn't get to it. They didn't get to it. It's not going to work. Not going to work. So all right. Is there a contract? Now, I know a while ago there was a contract that showed up on the internet. Is there actually a contract between these two people? Nine of Wands, top secret. 10 of Swords, Devil in reverse. I am going to say Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to say yes. I do think that there was a dating contract between the two of them. Was this spurned on by the NFL and State Farm? I don't know. I have a feeling that this is something that we may find out happens more often in celebrity circles when they are dating. Instead of just dating cold and just being like, oh, I'm on a date, tra la la. These individuals will go and kind of outline the breakup. It's kind of like a prenup, postnup, but it's like a pre-date, post-breakup kind of thing. Or post-date, pre-breakup. It almost sketches out the details of their breakup. And I think with Taylor Swift's history, probably isn't a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea. How authentic is this public relationship? How authentic? One card for this. Temperance. I'm going to say not very authentic. Not very authentic. But sometimes that's hard to do. Does Taylor or Travis feel conflicted about their public portrayal? Here's Travis. Here's Taylor. I think Taylor feels worse about it. I think Travis doesn't care. I think he's like, whatever's gonna, I wouldn't have known who Travis Kelce was if he didn't start dating Taylor Swift. Just saying, I don't follow football or anything like that. So I think that says enough about that. And I just dropped the card. Who stands to gain the most from this relationship in the public eye? Taylor, Travis. I mean, if I had to say, the major arcana, the trumps always trump the minor arcana and the court cards. So I would say that Travis got a lot more notoriety, not a lot more profile outside of what he was already doing. Taylor Swift she was kind of unavoidable for the last couple of years. Like, it just, I think maybe there were some investments that she made. There was some goodwill, like maybe this is going to be the one, maybe this is going to be. I kind of was hoping this would be the one for her. For some reason, I don't feel like she wants to have kids anytime soon. I just feel like that. I feel like she's not really interested. She doesn't have the baby itch like some people get. So let's see. What do we need to know about this whole situation that isn't being talked about in the media? What do we need to know? So certainly that there are, ooh, Seven of Swords. There are more things in the hopper about this particular relationship. There are a lot more things in the hopper. And the goal is really to have both of them walk out of the relationship without any damage to their reputation. So it's not like good cop, bad cop here. They're really trying to uh, elevate them to a certain level of notoriety and public public liking with the public liking them. So positive press, let's call it positive press, positive public press. So but here, if this comes out that they were a fakety fake relationship and that it was for the benefit of the NFL, their personal professional lives, um my stomach is growling so loud, and I hope you guys can't hear it. I think it will be devastating to their personal profiles if we find out that this was all fake. If the public finds out that it's fake, we got to keep this under wraps. So what is the likely outcome of their relationship by the end of the summer? And then we're going to call it quits. Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I think that they break up, but we don't hear about it until the end of the summer. I think they're going to be broken up before the end of the summer, but we don't hear about it. It's not public knowledge until the end of the summer. Like I said, I think we'll see some meet and greets. They'll be out and about, showing their faces at the beginning of the summer. We're still a couple, we're still together. And then I think we won't see them together for most of the summer, maybe like one big event. And then after the summer's over, so it doesn't spoil the summer for all of us that are watching, I think they will announce that they have broken up like sometime in September. It's going to be like, the end of a summer romance kind of thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope that you will join us tonight for the private event where we're going to do a psychic walkthrough of the Lizzie Borden murder mystery. So you guys, it's a private event, limited seating. My friends Debbie and Dave Murphy are going to host. They're going to be taking your questions from the chat, and we are going to have a great time. So I hope to see some of you there. I will see you in the future.